Hello, everyone. So today we will have this first programming how to pre-process datasets. So this exercise will be very simple. So let's start with importing pandas as a BD. And let's have imaginary data. This is the tuples. So we'll have the first feature. So 1, 2, none, 4, and 5. Just arbitrary numbers. Now we have the second feature, feature 2. So 4, none, 5, and 5 and 8. And finally, we have feature 3 with, let's say, 13, 18, 21, none, and 15. Now we're going to define the data frame. So data frame equals BD dot data with capital letter, frame with a capital letter and in the beginning and data, and then we're gonna print it out. So print the data frame. Now, like let's have decision what value we're gonna replace with non-available ones. So this is kind of like in the middle, and the data is increasing. There is a trend by one, so it makes sense if we add the median or the mean. And for the second data set here, so there is the data is distributed in odds way. There is no clear distribution. So the mean and median makes sense, and also it applies with the third data set. So we can do the following. So data frame dot fill not available with data frame mean, and in a place equals true. And let's print it out. So print the data frame. Now, for the first one, it fits smoothly. In the second one, it makes sense. So like it's 5.5. In the third one, as well as it goes very well. Now let's run this again to retain the not available and do the same thing here, but this time with um, the median. So fill not available with data frame dot median, and this is going to be in a place equals to true, and we're going to print it out. So print data frame. Again, for the first feature makes a lot of sense, while in the second feature it's look, for me at least, it's slightly nicer, and for the third one as well, so I can see there is kind of like filling the gap. So it's up to you where you want to implement it. Now let's have the following scenario. So let's just copy this guy here. And I want to change the second feature a little bit. So this is 4, 6, and 8, 10, and 12. And for this guy here, so let's say this was 21, 18. So there is a descending order, 15. And finally, we have 10. Okay, so we have an increasing by one step, and the second one increasing by two steps, and here we have decreasing in different way. And let's run it. Okay, so let us try to use the mean or the median. So data frame dot fill an A with mean data frame mean, and in a place equals a true. And we're gonna print it out. So print df. Now for the first one, it looks nice. So there is no problem with that. For the second feature, you can see there is kind of like odd number. So this is like a small number, then like it's increased. So it's kind of like the same number, then return to C. So we are having a misfill here. Also for this guy here, so it decreasing somehow increased, then return to be decreased. And imagine this is a taller set, so that would not be helping us. So there is another way here. Okay, so we're gonna run this one again to retain the not available number. And instead of fill it, so we're gonna interpolate. So df dot interpolate and in a place equals true. Then we want to print it out. So print df and see how it looks like. So in the first one, it looks very smoothly here. So it's have increased by one step. In the second one, it was increasing by two steps and captured that. In the third one, so we have a decrease. So the first time we decreased by 3 points, and then like it's captured that trend. So let's make it see like if there is a kind of a trend, constant trend. So 21, uh, 18, 15. So this is supposed to be 12 and 9. And let's see how it goes here. Oh, sorry. I have run the wrong codes. So I need to run the interpolates. Okay, so you can see here now it's becoming a 12. So it adopted the trend. So this is like a smarter way to do it. Now, in case some cases, you might be having a string value or a classifier, which is still remains and as it is. So let's just copy the same here, and we're gonna add a target. So we have the target, which is we have two classes, A and A and A and B and B. And let's just print it to see how it look like. So we can see here, this is a label target with a string value, and sometimes the algorithm doesn't like that. So let's borrow a new function from the sklearn. So from sklearn, we want to have the pre-processing. So pre-processing, and we want to import the label encoder. So label encoder, and for simplicity as a LE. Okay, so it doesn't harm if we also add our beloved numpy. So numpy as NB, just in case if we need it. Now, so this for this data set here, so we want firstly to change the target into values. So this is our first step. The second step, we want to fill the NAs. So in the first NA here, there is a trend, so we can use the interpolate. In the second one, also, let's change it a little bit here. So this is will be 5. 6 and again 5 and 5. And let's have this one as follows. So this is a 17, this is a 21, etc. And let's run it again. So in the first one, there is a trend. So we want to replace it with a trend. The second one, kind of like constants anyway. So probably with a mean or median. And the third one also applies. So we don't have any pattern. So we can do it here. Now, the first step is we want to label the target. So label the encoder equals LE. Now we want to see what's going on with the target. So we're gonna call the target here from the DF. Which is equals to have the label encoder dot fit underscore transform. Now we're gonna transfer this DF for target. Now you can define the outcome. So Y equals DF for the target. And we want to see how the Y look like. So this is Y equals Y. And we're gonna run it. Oh, my mistake here. So I should put label encoder. And we're gonna run it. Okay. So you can see here now it changed from string values into numerical values, which is easier to handle. Now let's handle the features. Okay. So we're gonna define the features. So X for the first feature. Okay. So we're gonna fill it. So and this is will be interpolate as any place equals true. And now feature 1. Okay, so let's just copy this one for convenience. So this is 2. Now this is will be still not available with again feature 2. Dot mean in a place equals true. And now we're gonna do it again, but for feature free. So feature free, let's say dot fill not available for feature 3. Let's just be silly this time with a median. And in a place is true. And let's print X. Oops, I totally forget X. Okay, so no problem. So here we're gonna define X. So X is equals data frame dot. Now we're gonna drop the target from it. So drop the columns that called target. And let's play with it. So in the first feature was a trend by increasing by one step. So it felt smoothly with this one. For the second feature, it replaced with a mean, which is makes sense for it. So it's not very odd number. For the third one, we use the median instead of the mean and fit it well. And next time, we're gonna use a more complicated function and data sets.